Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gina, and today I thought about using my oil pastels and oil paint because I haven't used it in forever, and I think this is one of the things that I kind of have a fear of. So I thought, let's use it. I'm continuing my ICAD. This is 37 to 44, another 8 cards, and I'm excited. And I thought I would work on orange and black today. I don't know, I feel like my colors are the same all the time, but I think orange and black they're nice colors, very bright. Well, it could be very bright and dark, so should be striking, right? So I'm just making some marks, rubbing them on. It's going to be purely abstract today. I'm excited. I actually did not plan to use my oil paints today. I actually got it from a wonderful friend of mine. He heard me talk about it, and he just showed up with a box of oil paints. That's a friend to have. Like, I forgot about it and he remembered, so I am blessed. So thank you so much, Calvin. I really appreciate these and I'm excited about it. But right now, I'm starting with just the pastels. I feel like I'm experimenting with them because I don't really use them, and it feels very new to me and exciting. And it's really cool to get excited about, my art. So I didn't like all the blue that's happening around the paint, the sticks. So I decided to go in with some acrylic, because I was thinking, well, I'll just start with the oil pastels and then, continue with acrylic. But then as I was doing it, I was thinking, yeah, but Gina, really and truly, you should end with oil pastels instead of starting with the oil pastels because it's oil. But I still went ahead. I went and I put the white around it just to push all that blue in the back. I don't mind the lines and everything and the very small writing. It's just that blue. I didn't want the blue with the orange. So I'm just putting a light layer, trying to cover some, and I'm trying to kind of blend it in. I'm not trying to cover the orange. So now I'm coming back in with the oil pastels over the paint. It proved to be interesting. I was trying to work out some colors. I ended up using some yellow or mustard, which blended in really nicely with the orange. And I didn't plan to use that. I just wanted to do orange and, well, white and black, but I liked it a lot. And then I realized that I kept doing all my colors up and down, all my strokes, so I had to mindfully add some some horizontal strokes as well, because, yeah, I realized I kind of paint in one direction a lot. So I have to be very, very mindful and very thoughtful about going in different directions. My fingers, they burnt a lot. With I don't know, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I have the wrong type of pastel. The pastels that I have, they're very, very cheap because I just wanted to experiment and funds are limited. So I bought a brand called Potato Cat. I've never, ever heard of this brand in my life. And when I saw it in the store, I was like, okay, that's interesting. But it was small. It's just 12 pieces. And I was like, it's oil pastel, right? Can't go wrong with that. And then the other one is Pentel, which actually was much nicer. It was more buttery and smooth, and it was, yeah. I actually enjoyed working with it a lot. I prefer the Pentel. Potato Cat is much, yeah, not my cup of tea. And for somebody who doesn't even know about oil pastels, I guess that should say a lot, right? I don't really have experience with it. I think I did one painting over 20 years ago. So I can't, but I didn't use these. I used the ones in the tubes. I think it's like metal tubes. Those are the ones that I use. That's to tell you. Because I was doing a course. But anyway. So now I'm just making some marks. I kind of hesitantly tried it at first because I didn't know that marks could be made on top of the oil. I didn't know it would, still write so well. I was so surprised. So I just got really excited and just scribbled. And then I used a charcoal pencil. This one is by Marie's, and it's nice and thick and yummy. I think it's a soft one. This one is a soft. Yeah, it's super soft. Charcoal stick by Marie's. It was nice though. And with this, I guess depending on the pressure, I could make some nice thick lines or some thin ones. And I like to see the variation. I think it's really cool. And then I forgot that it was charcoal. So when I added in the other pastel over the top of it, it smudged. But I kind of like how that looked. I liked the effect. So I used different fingers to, not have the same smudge finger rubbing in all the other areas. It was cool. I enjoyed this process so much. Here I'm just peeling down the paper so I could get more access to my pastel. My oil stick, sorry. But yeah, all the rubbing, I don't know how people do it, but all the rubbing, my finger got really, I think I got a water bladder. So, I actually want to do it more, I want to use it more, but I don't know, maybe I need to try not rubbing so hard or, do it slower. I don't know. But I definitely want to do it again. This was a nice experience. I don't know if any of you have tried using, who have used or are accustomed using the oil sticks. Let me know. Let me know what your experience is like and how you use it, if you rub on it or if you, because I know some people use gloves to do their art. I don't know if gloves is good for pastel. I don't know. But I'm thinking if your own finger would be good. Here I'm actually using a colored pencil because I actually plan to use more acrylic paint in this than anything else. I just wanted to start basic with the oil sticks, but I ended up using it for the entire thing, which is cool. And I actually enjoyed using the color pencil. It was lovely. I used a regular color pencil and a watercolor pencil as well. The watercolor pencil was juicier. I just laid it over top of the regular color pencil and it filled in really nicely. It was a nice, this was a nice play. It was a nice play. I had fun doing it. It was a nice experiment for me. And and then here I'm taking a stick to just make some scratches. And I was happily surprised because I forgot how oil works. So I just started scratching like crazy all over the place after. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Scratch, 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 scratch. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I got really excited. So I just scratched everywhere. And then when you scratch, the oil, it remains on the edges. So I just had to wipe it off after. It was nice. I really enjoyed this playing today on my cards. Then I had to do some research. How long does it take oil to dry? And sometimes it takes days. Sometimes they say 36 hours. So this is the paints that Calvin got me. It's so pretty. I'm just showing you who it's from. Like who made it, the manufacturer. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They're all brand new, never used. And I just was like, Gina, you have oil? Because I forgot about it. And the reason that happened is because when I get something precious, I'm excited to use it as well as I don't want to use it, or I want to use it for really important things. You know how we put things down because of that, and I end up hoarding it and just keeping it and not using it. So I'm like, Gina, you need to use it. You need to practice. You need to know what it feels like, know what it can do, know what it doesn't do, know what you shouldn't do. You have to use it. So that's why I pulled it out and I was like, yeah, Gina, use it. And maybe one or two of these I'll frame. And as I said before, if you any of these that you like, let me know and I'll send it to you. You can message me in the comments, but do not send me your mailing address in the comments. And I have my email in the description as well. So you send me an email, let me know which ones you like, and I'll send it. So here I'm experimenting with the white. So in this pack, they have 2 tubes of the white. I was like, oh, this is very good. They know that we use white a lot. So I was like, okay. But then I was thinking, I wonder if they sell the white separately. I'll have to check online and see if I could get that by itself. So that's cool. And this was exquisite. Working with oil paint, it's like thick butter. It was just so yummy. It felt so nice against the brush. It's just like gliding along. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I love it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Gina, why haven't you been doing this all the time? The only thing for me is reading about the drying time. That's my only issue. Because then, even if I make more oil paintings, where am I going to store them so that they don't get dust on them or they don't get touched? Because my space is limited. While they're drying, they have to be put somewhere safe to dry. So stuff doesn't, you know what I mean? So, yeah. If you all have any tips on drying your oil painting, or, what do you all do if you use oil? And if you have any tips on how you get yours to dry safely and quickly, I would love to hear from you. Please tell me in the comments. But yes, I really enjoyed working. I used a small brush to get into those small spaces. I didn't know how exactly it would work, so I used a small brush and I loved it. And I like the smell too. I like to smell things and I love the smell of this oil paint. I really do. And it had the whole room smelling of the oil. No, it's not like toxic. It's not like when you put cream on and it smells up your room? Yeah. So it's like that, but it's not toxic. It's not a toxic scent. Like I'm inhaling all this oil odor. No. It's not that. It's just a nice, gentle scent. I really like it, actually. So, another odor to bring me happy memories. Because odors triggers memories. So I have certain odors throughout the years. When I smell it usually, most times, it brings back some nice happy memories. It's usually perfumes that does it. And certain outside scents. It just makes me feel happy. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah, that happens. So I'm just playing. What I realize is that when I wipe the paint off of the on the rag, it helps me blend the paint really nicely, which is something I cannot do with acrylic. Acrylic, I'll have to add paint on actually because it dries so quickly. So it's very interesting. Although I know that there are additives you can add to paint to slow down the drying time with acrylic paint as well. I don't use those because I want my things to dry and so I could, put it where it has to go or do other things with it quickly. But this, it's nice. It's nice to be able to still go in while it's still wet, even though it looks like it's still dry. It's nice to go in and work on it and make adjustments. It's really cool. So I want to try a face actually. I haven't done a face in a long time. And I need to try some side profiles because I'm really terrible. So, well, maybe not a side profile, but definitely maybe some angles, face angles, because I'm really, really bad at that. So that's been on my mind. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to carry the color because I'm also looking at how the cards are divided, even though they're all stuck together. I'm trying to carry color and trying to have the cards sort of balanced so that it's not too heavy on one side. It just, in my mind and in my eye, it needs to look and feel balanced in terms of the color and composition as well. So I'm just adding or taking away paint in certain areas and blending in certain areas to help bring some sort of balance in some of those areas. Because I know the cards are gonna get cut up. So now it's time to cut, and these are my pieces, and I'm just looking at them individually now just to see if they need anything. So with some of them I just added in, just a couple strokes of the charcoal pencil, or I just, spread some of the color a little bit more. See, it's still wet. Still wet, but it's nice. Yeah. See, that just got a line there, and that was it. I was like, oh, I like that. Here I'm wiping off my fingerprint and just adding some more color down on that end. It's nice. It's really nice blending with the oil though. I really, really like it. I'm trying to figure out which way to hold it. And looking at each one, trying to see what do they need. Do they need anything taken away or added? And just trying to add some balance. I found that this card looks so dull, so I'm just adding in some more orange to help brighten it up just a tiny bit in some areas. I found the bottom looked too separate. like, it's like it's just the best cut off that part of the card. So I'm just bringing the orange to flow down and to flow up. So, it will look like one piece instead of two separate pieces come together. And these are my pieces. I'm giving you a view of each one. Ooh, that looks like a bird. Ooh, that's so cool. Like maybe a hummingbird. This kind of looks like a horizon or a water piece when done horizontally. I like this one too. It reminds me of a tree or a branch of some sort. This one is cool. I don't know what this one makes me think of. I really like this one a lot. I like the marks. This one is cool. It's interesting. Don't know what it makes me think of, but I like this one. And then there's this one. Don't know why though. Like the marks. So that's it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.